Hello everybody and welcome to this crochet video. What I'd like to show you in this video is how to make an alternative color arrangement to the original Scheepjes Crochet A Long week 2 pattern. The original pattern is this pattern, the Scheepjes Crochet A Long pattern for week 2. It's been designed by Wink and it's available on her website, Creative Being, winkyflash.nl. I'll put a link in the description below where you can download this pattern. The original pattern asks you to make a granny in one color, for example this one. My personal opinion is that this doesn't show the full beauty of the design. The popcorn stitches in the pattern kind of just get lost all in the one color blend. So what I've done is I've made my popcorns in a different color. For example, these two as an example. Here the popcorns are in a light green, the double crochets in a dark green, or for example in a more Christmassy type color, the popcorns in a dark green and the double crochets in a lovely bright red. I'm going to be making this variation for you, and I'll be only showing up until round 6, so only for the double crochets. Or for the popcorns I should say, because after that it's only double crochets right until the end. To make this, the colors that I've used is this yarn. It's cotton 8 from Scheepjes, and the color is color 713. That's this nice dark green color, and the light green color is of course also cotton 8 from Scheepjes, but then color number 669. And these two I'll be using simultaneously to give you this lovely color design. A lot of success. I hope you enjoy this video and good luck. So what we've now done is I've made the first round of the granny, and what you normally do if you'd make everything in one color is at this point you would close with a slip stitch in the third of those 3 chains from the beginning. But what I'd like to do is make my popcorn stitches in a different color than the colors in the middle, and the hearts of the granny also in the same color as the popcorn stitches. That means I now need to change color, because what I would now have to do in round 2 is have a double crochet on this stitch and on that stitch, but I don't want to have it in the same color as the popcorn and the heart. So I'm going to take a second color, and I'm going to use this second color to close round 1. So the slip stitch, so I'm going to enter into that third one, and I'm not going to make the slip stitch with the light green, I'm going to make it with the dark green, because by doing so I immediately change color as well. So like so. And just pull this green tight, like so. And now I can make start round 2 with the dark green color. So I'm going to start with the 3 chain stitches for round 3, as well as round 2, as well as a third one, because I want to skip a stitch. Then I'm going to make a double crochet in this stitch here. I'm going to skip the middle one and make a double crochet here, but I'm also going to work around these 2 threads that I still have here at the back. Of course not this one from the magic ring, but these 2. The one is the beginning of the dark green. I'm going to take it with me so that I don't have to work it in, and I'm going to take the light green with me because that's the one I need to make my popcorn stitches. So like so. So now I've worked across those 2 colors, if you can see it at the back, and I've made a double crochet. At this point I would make, the pattern asked me to make chain 1 and then a popcorn stitch. Now the chain stitches are ideal for changing color. So now I'm going to take the light green color and make that chain 1 using the light green. So now I've got a different color of thread on my hook, and I can make my popcorn stitch in the light green color. So now I'm going to hold the dark green threads to the back of my work, and I'm going to make a popcorn stitch in that opening using the light green yarn. So that's 4, 5 and 6. Oh sorry, no, that's one too much. Then I'll make 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I made 5. I just didn't count right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, got myself doubting. So then make a popcorn stitch like so. And now again change color using the slip stitch, or the chain one I should say, like so. And now make my first double crochet in that first stitch, again taking all those threads at the back with me, chain 1, skip a stitch, make a double crochet in the next, like so. Again change color. I still have this first bit of the dark green with me. After this popcorn stitch I'm going to cut this off. That will then be a little bit easier to see what's happening. So I'm not going to change colors. So take this one, change colors using the chain 1, hold the dark green thread to the back of my work and crochet over it using the space for the popcorn to make this 3, 4, 5, like so. Make a popcorn stitch, so go back, so. If you look at the back, you can see how the popcorns, how I've made those double crochets over this dark green yarn. So now it's worked away, it's not going anywhere, and it's looking very neat at the back. Change color again, but before I do that I'm quickly going to cut this thread off, just like so. Change color back to the dark green, so I'm just going to make that chain 1, make the first double crochet in that first stitch, keep the light green to the back of my work so that I really work across it. So I take it with me, keep it to the back, like so. So there's 2 double crochets. Again use the chain 1 to change color, 5 double crochets in the next, keeping the dark green to the back of my work and crocheting over it, so hence taking it with me all the time. So at any given point I always have 2 colors of yarn, the one that I'm working with and the one that's to the back of my work, which I'm covering with my yarn that I'm using to crochet. Make a popcorn stitch like so and change color back again with that one chain. 1 double crochet in the first stitch, chain 1 and 1 double crochet like so. Gonna make the last swap back for this round, chain 1, make 5 double crochets in the opening of the corner, of course keeping the dark green yarn to the back of my work and crocheting over it so that it's covered at the back and nice and secure. Then no accidents will happen to it and you won't lose it, it'll always be there when you need it. So make a popcorn stitch like so, change back to the dark green yarn for that last chain stitch of this round, like so, and connect to the third of the 4 chain stitches with a slip stitch, like so. So that's round 2 of this granny. Round 3 of this granny, we start with the dark green, because we're now not making popcorn stitches. We make chain 3, like so, and then in this space we make a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. But I want to make sure that I have the light green color with me as well, because at the moment it's still connected to the popcorn after the end of round 2. If you look to the back, you can see it's still connected to round 2. So I'm going to bring it up with me to round 3, so that's here, and then make a double crochet, and I have the light green to the back, make a double crochet over it, chain 1, and another double crochet, having that light green color to the back of my work, like so. Another double crochet in this stitch here. The light green color is also I work over it, keeping it to the back of my work, and hence taking it with me. Now I need to do chain 1 and then make a popcorn stitch, again using the chain 1 to change to the popcorn color, the light green, like so. And now we make a popcorn stitch in this space here. Now this space can be a little messy now, because you've used those you have 2 colors happening there at the same time. But also you can use this to connect all loose threads that are maybe not very nice. I'll just quickly show you what I mean. Here you see this is the chain 1. This is going from dark green to light green. So this is the space where you want to make the popcorn, as in this space. And if you do it well, you can keep all these loose threads that are hanging behind here. Well, not loose, but going from the one color to the next. If you take all of those with you, you can cover them now with the popcorn stitch, and that will make for a very tidy end result. So really look for this hole and bring all. So for example, this light green color, keep working like this. You would crochet over it. If you work like this on the other side of that green, like so, you would not work over it, and this little thread here would kind of be standalone. So this is the thread you use to change colors from one moment to in that slip stitch, in that chain stitch. So work across that as well. I hope you understand what I mean. So going into there with covering as many odd threads as possible, make 5 double crochets for a popcorn stitch. That's 2. And of course you have the dark green thread to the back of the work anyway, to take it with you. So that's 4 and 5, like so. Open up, make a popcorn, like so. And you see how this becomes a very tidy and neat little corner. Chain 3, of course, chain 3 in this light green color, because you're now going to be making another popcorn, and you're going to be doing this exactly the same on the other side. Still have the dark green color to the back of your work that you crochet over it. You see here, this is the space from the chain 1, but if you take that dark green with you as well, you can make a nice clean edge there. So I'm gonna not do exactly there, but take that dark green as well, and crochet over that, so my hole is slightly bigger than the official pattern maybe says, but the result is a more tidy color change. So what you're effectively doing in round 3 is you're fixing, correcting for the color change in round 2, and this will be happening through all of these through all of the popcorns through the entire pattern, like so. And now you can see how neat and tidy that looks. So now we can change color again, because we're going to making the centerpiece. Chain 1 and make 1 double crochet in that first stitch. So I'm not going to be paying a lot of attention to exactly which stitch you need and all of those things, because I've already explained that in my first video. Here I'm really focused on the color change. So I've just made 1 double crochet in that first stitch, accidentally made an extra chain. In the opening here, making 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet, keeping the light green to the back of my work but working over it as well. So hence covering it with the crochets from the dark green, chain 1 and another double crochet like so, chain 1 again, or the 1 double crochet I should say in this last stitch like so. Again, change color from the light green to the dark green in this chain 1, and now normally this would be the space that you would be making that popcorn stitch in, but take that light green with you as well to get a beautiful and smooth popcorn stitch covering all the threads used to change color for, have I made, yep, 5. You can see what has happened here. I'm not happy with this result, so I'm going to take it out, because you see I've done those first 3 double crochets. I have not taken this green yarn with me, the one that was also involved in the color change, but in number 4 I did. So now you can see this is not looking very tidy, so I'm going to take this all out, because I want that green, dark green thread also to be covered by this popcorn stitch. So be critical on your work, and your end result will be much nicer than if you work a bit sloppy. Personally, I'm very critical on my work. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, and 5. And also if I have a mistake somewhere, I always take it out. I just can't handle it when there are unnecessary mistakes, because you always end up correcting and keeping on correcting, and just go back to when it was right for the last time makes it just so much easier. Okay, on the other side, exact same thing. Normally you would be making your popcorn stitch here, but take all these edges and all these yarns with you and just look for that hole. There it is. Keeping the dark green to the back, like so, and make a popcorn stitch here. And that's 5, like so. Go back to the beginning, close, and use the chain 1 to change color again. So, and we make a double crochet in that first stitch. So I'm really moving that popcorn aside to be able to see that first stitch properly. Take the light green color with me and work over it like so. 1 double crochet in the space. You see, when I now made this double crochet, it's I took the light green yarn to the front, and you could see it. Of course, just wiggle it back to the back again. Then you can totally not see it from the front, and that's exactly what you want. Of course, to the back you will always be able to see that you had two colors of yarn, but in the front you don't want to see that. Change colors. This goes like this, using the chain one, and make that popcorn stitch. So normally you would do it over there, but now doing it here, you can like so. So in here I also take those cross yarns from changing color. I also cover them with the popcorn. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So make the popcorn, back to that first stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, do the same on the other side, still taking this dark green thread with me. You can see how I've been working it through the back. You cannot, so here it is, of course, a little bit, you can see the dark green because these are together with the chain 3, but in between, but on the popcorns you do not see that dark green thread because I've completely worked over it. And now the other side of the popcorn, moving everything aside, seeing exactly where I want to go. So covering, so by doing it, going in here, I will cover all of those little threads and little openings there, and make a sharp and clean popcorn stitch, where you'll only be able to see the popcorn itself and not all of the little bits and pieces from changing color from the previous round. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like so. Make the popcorn and change color back to the dark green using the chain 1, like so. And all of this I'm doing with, I'm crocheting rather loosely, but again this is to make the final product look nicer, because if you work too tight it's a big fuss at the end. Okay, find that first stitch, move your double crochet to the side if it's not visible and easy, like so, and 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet in that opening, like so. Still have the light green to the back of my work, and I'm crocheting over it. I've got all my yarns knotted here. That unfortunately does happen when you work with 2 colors, and that last double crochet like so, and then using chain 1 to change color and to make that last series of 2 popcorn stitches. Like I say, using 2 colors yarn at the same time usually means everything gets all twisted, and well, that's kind of part of it. So every once in a while just quickly stop and untwist all your yarn. That also makes it a little bit easier, because out of frame I have all my yarn all twisted and knotted at the moment, but of course out of sight, out of mind. And the last popcorn stitch is going to be in here, having the dark green with me, so I'm working over it like so, making that last popcorn stitch. 3, 4, and 5. So close the popcorn by going back to now the first double crochet, pick up the yarn, the loop, and close. And of course use your this chain 1 to change back to the dark green color, so, and close with a chain 1 in the first of these, or a slip stitch in the first of these 3 chain stitches, like so. And that's round 3 of the granny, and now you can already really see where it's going with these 2 colors. Round 4 of our 2-tone granny. I'm going to start with a chain 3, 1, 2, 3, a double crochet in the next stitch, and of course we need to ensure that we take this green, light green with us. From round 3 bring it up to round 4 and work across it to cover it with this double crochet, like so. Keeping it to the back of my work, I'm going to make in the opening 1 double crochet, chain 1, and 1 double crochet, so. Then 2 double crochets in the next 2 stitches, working over that light green color, 1 and 2, so, like so. Now we want to change color so that we can make our popcorn stitches in the light green, so that's chain 1, and then in this space here we need to be making our popcorn, and and here is exactly where we want to go in, so that we can cover all those little threads there with the next popcorn stitch, like so. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So open up, make that popcorn stitch like so. Oops. And I've just lost that last double crochet. Just gonna redo that. Go and pull through, like so. And again, this is very neat and tidy. Chain 2, 1, 2, and make a popcorn stitch across this chain 3 space, and again make sure you have your dark green thread behind you and that you keep working over it, so taking it with you. Though you're not using it at the moment, it's always there at your work. 2, 3, 4, and 5, like so. Open up, close. I seem to be missing and making a bit of a mess of it at the moment. Again, I lost that 5th double crochet. Maybe wanting to go too fast. And bring through, chain 2, like so. And of course on the other side of the popcorn we're going to do the same. So also here look for the opening, and I want to go into there, so I'm going to bring that light green up as well to really cover all the threads involved in that color change. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like so. Open up. Oops, I missed the loop. Pull tight and pull through. There we go. Now you've made 3 popcorn stitches, and all the time going to the back you've taken the dark green with you, like so. You can see it here at the back, and it's at the same position still as you are working. Now we're going to use the chain 1 to again change from one popcorn to the next, and then we're going to make 2 double crochets. So we're going to change color now after doing these 3 popcorn stitches. That means I'm going to use this one chain stitch to change to the dark green color, like so, and then going to make 2 double crochets on these first 2 stitches. Now move your popcorn stitch aside so that you can really get into that first stitch, and take the light green with you and work over it and cover with the double crochet. Then same on the next stitch, like so. So it's still at the back of your work and you're working over it with the dark green color covering the light green color, holding it to the back of your work. In the space you're going to make 1 double crochet, chain 1, and another double crochet, like so, followed by 2 double crochets in the next 2 stitches, all the time keeping that light green color to the back of my work, meaning that I work across it and cover it. As you can see on the back, it's being covered by the double crochets on the back, and you cannot see it from the front. And that's exactly what you want. Now we're on to 1 slip stitch again, so I'm going to change color using the chain stitch, I should say. So it's chain 1, and now again you're going to be making popcorn stitches using the light green color. This is the last time I'm going to show this to you, and the last color change, and then I'm going to make a jump in the video. So look for this opening exactly where you want to go. That's in here, so we can get all those little threads with us and cover all of them with a popcorn stitch to get a nice and tidy popcorn and a nice and tidy granny, because you do not want to have clear color change points. Yeah, I see threads kind of going everywhere. There we go. There's a 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Go back to the first one, pick it up, and chain 2. Hold my dark green to the back of the work and crochet over it, covering it with the double crochets of the popcorn stitch. This means that you take it with you and that it's not visible from the front. Like so. Make another popcorn. Like so. Again, chain 2. And here we go. And then the last popcorn on the other side. Again, I want to get everything all at once. There we go. It's 1. Again, my yarn is getting all twisted from changing the colors all the time, and this kind of goes with working with two colors. Nothing you can really do to prevent it. Some things help, like always having the same color at the front and the other at the back, but I somehow always seem to be changing the order which color is on top and which is at the bottom all the time. There we go. Last color change, and then I'm going to make a jump. So use this chain 1 to go back to the dark green, and then I'm going to make 1 double crochet in this first stitch, and really make sure you get it right at the right place. Move your popcorns to the side if you need. Make sure that your light color is covered as well, and 1 double crochet like so. Now I'm going to make a slight jump in the video. So I've just done the last popcorn stitch of round 4. Now I want to change colors back to the dark green like so with that chain 1, and then close this round by connecting it with a third of the 3 chain stitches right from the beginning with a slip stitch like so. If you now turn it around and look towards the back, you can really see where you're going with this. That is nice and tidy at the back. You can clearly see where the popcorn stitches are and where the dark green is. You can, if you look very well, see the dark green or the light green a little bit at the back. That's of course totally no problem, but if you look to the front, you do not see, for example here between the dark green, you do not see the light green thread coming through. If you hold it to the back of your work well, you will not have 2 colors coming through at the same time, but only 1 color at a time. This is round 4, going on with round 5. Round 5 of the granny. Again, we're going to start with chain 3 and then followed by 2 double crochets in the first 2 stitches. Chain 3 I should say. In the first 2 stitches, I'm going to be making 2 double crochets, and of course you want to, I'll show you explicitly, take that green, light green with you like so, bring it up to round 5, so, and of course also on the next double crochet. In the opening, it's 1 space opening, we're now only going to make 1 double crochet like so, and then the next 3 stitches also make 3 double crochets, so it's 1 on each, and all the time keeping the light green yarn to the back of your work, so that second color, and like so, and hence taking it with you like so. Now we're not going to be making a popcorn stitch here, but 2 double crochets. Just quickly check the pattern. Yes, 2 double crochets. So we're not going to change color just yet. So in here I'm going to make 2 double crochets. So 1, but it's in exactly the same space where you would have been making the popcorn stitches previously, like so, and then chain 2. Now I would advise you to already change colors now, so that you're making both of these chain stitches in the color of the popcorn, or you could do 1 of each, but that's up to you. So I'm going to do like so. There's 1 and 2, so let's chain 2, and then make a popcorn stitch in this space here. And to do this, of course, hold the dark green to the back of your work like so. So 1, and work over it, covering it with the popcorn stitches like so. 4 and 5. So make your popcorn stitch. So go back to that first one. So pull through, chain 2, and make the next popcorn stitch here, again taking that dark green color with you as you go and covering it with the double crochets from the popcorn. That's number 3, 4 and 5, like so. Go back and so. Again, I'm going to change colors back immediately, but again, this is your discretion how you want to do this. 1, chain 2, and now we can ready to make 2 double crochets in this opening on the other side, covering all the little threads used to change color, and also taking the green color yarn with us. Now it's going to be 1 double crochet on the next stitches and 1 double crochet in this space, and you're going to be doing exactly the same on this side as we've just done on this side. So I'm going to make a jump in the pattern until the end of the row. So I've just finished round 5 by making the 2 popcorn stitches, chain 2, make 2 double crochets in that space directly after this popcorn stitch from the previous round, and closing with a slip stitch in the 3rd chain from the beginning. I'm going to make this short next part of the video, and then I'm sure you don't need me anymore. I'm not even sure you need me right now anymore. But we start off in the usual way, and I've just forgotten to bring that thread back up. So it's chain 3, then in the next stitch make a double crochet and bring your thread from the other color back up from row 5 to row 6. So it's like this, bringing it up from row 5 to row 6, like so, and then a double crochet on each of the stitches, like so. And it's best to do this tidy, do it neat and tidy, so take your time for this, don't rush, but you keep that second thread well to the back of your work. You won't be able to see it from the front, and the overall quality of your work will be excellent. So take your time for this. And yes, the last stitch, like so. So there's 1 double crochet on each of those 8 stitches. Now we're going to be making 3 double crochets in this space here. So taking all of those threads, so really going in here so I cover all of them, and of course taking the light green with me as well. I'm going to be making 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, like so. And this is the point where I can easily change color again, because I need to make 2 chain stitches. So taking the other color, 1, 2, make a popcorn stitch right here in the middle, and of course take that second color with you and work over it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, so, and close that popcorn stitch like so, and now change colors back again for chain 2, and make on the other side of this popcorn, make again 3 double crochets, so it's in that space, and here make sure that you get all of those threads used to change color. It's 1, 2, and 3, so, and now again I'm going to make a jump in the video, because indeed now it is 1 double crochet on each of these stitches, and then repeat the same procedure here for the around the double crochet. So it's 3 on either side of the popcorn, and the popcorn stitch in the middle of these 2 popcorns. So that you do the same there, you do here, and repeat 1, 2, 3, and I'll see you right at the end here. I've just made the last of the popcorn stitches, so that means that at this point I do no longer need this green color, the light green, because I'm going to be doing everything from here onwards in the dark green color. So what I do, I simply cut this off, and from here onwards everything is again in one color, and you follow the standard pattern description. So we change back for the last time to the dark green, with chain 2, and now you can do one of 2 things. You can either work this in, so as you crochet over it and work it in that way, or you can leave it here and work it in with a needle at the end. I'm going to do the latter. So over here I'm going to make 3 double crochets in that opening, and this time I do not have to worry about taking threads with me, so, and then on those first 2 stitches make each a double crochet. It's 1 and 2, so, and join with a slip stitch in the third of the 3 chain stitches from the beginning, like so. And here I'm going to stop this video, because the rest, rows 7, 8, 9 and 10 are standard from the pattern, and they're also the way that I've shown them in my other video, but you can clearly see where this goes. It's a lovely pattern, and this way the popcorn stitches really pop, and that's exactly what you're looking for. I hope this video was instructive for you, and thanks for watching.